Hey, it's a quick bonus video for today. There's some exciting things that have happened this week, and I haven't really been talking about it. I've still been dealing with my anxiety, and that is why I haven't been streaming. I felt it's been kind of counterproductive to stream, simply because, I'm anxious about having an anxiety attack, and that makes me more anxious. And then I have an anxiety attack, and I'm trying to watch that because I've been having the chest pains and stuff, and it seems to happen a lot worse when I'm anxious. So I've had to watch my own health, unfortunately. I hope that I can stream later today because AM2R, the Metroid 2 remake, is going to be out in about an hour and a half at the time of recording. So if I'm home, I'm not doing anything else. I'd like to stream that at some point today. It's pretty exciting. The Metroid 30th anniversary is pretty much not even being acknowledged by Nintendo at this point. They're putting out Federation Force, which feels like, it's not really what people want from a 30th anniversary game. Something like Mario Maker would have done wonders, but I guess the issue with that is, it's a lot harder to make a huge world for a Metroid game than it is to make a little small 2-minute level for Mario Maker. But as far as the hardcore fans are concerned, Nintendo isn't doing anything for the anniversary, so it's pretty exciting. Uh, I played Metroid 2 when I was a kid. I remember beating it, but I didn't really recall being a big fan of it. So it's cool that it's being remade and it's going to have the zero mission physics and stuff like that. I really like the way the changes that they made in Zero Mission in terms of the way that Samus controls the physics and stuff like that. How acrobatic you could be, how good the movement and momentum was. So it should be fun. I hope that the level design kind of allows for cool stuff like that. But it seems like they have some sequence breaks and stuff in there, so it should be a pretty interesting speed run. I don't know if it's something that I would do. I hear that the game is pretty long. Like the demo was already like a couple hours long and casual, and I think it was over an hour long speed run. So I that's already too long for me. But I am going to be interested to see how the speed run scene develops. The other announcement I had is that I applied for the Play Asia Partnership Program, which, if I'm accepted, apparently they would let me just pick out stuff from their store and I could cover it on the channel. It's just I would have to mention that it was sponsored and stuff like that, which is something I've always done. I've always mentioned when I've gotten a code from developers and stuff like that. So it would be no different for me. What it would mean for you guys is that I would be able to do more products, more games, and be able to take more risks and stuff like that. There have been a numerous amount of games that I've wanted to cover. They've looked like they've been interesting, but they're like $80, and I'm barely making anything doing this. So sometimes I have to make some sacrifices. Like Basara, I know that Basara will give me a pretty decent return, if not in views, then in subscribers. Which subscribers can be more valuable than views if you have subscribers, new subscribers that watch all of your content, not just one game. Like that can generate more revenue in the long run. So I know that Yukimura Den will generate good returns if I'm in a state where I can actually record it well enough. I don't even know if I'll be able to stream it at this point. I hope that in the next 3 weeks I'll be in a better state. I have been taking anti-anxiety vitamins, but honestly, I think applying for that partnership program kind of gave me more anxiety because it would be such a great boon for the channel. I could even maybe even get Basara from them. I mean, I don't know. There's other stuff I wanted to try out too, like Gundam Breaker, Tales of Berseria. That's coming out this month. There's like so much stuff that I could get with that quote unquote job, but I don't know if it will happen. I also applied for the Tecmo Koei job or the partnership program a couple months ago, and I heard from someone else that apparently a huge chunk of the submissions that they got or the applications that they got were like people streaming with their smartphone, very bad quality, not using a mic and stuff like that. So I think I have a pretty high chance. I do direct feed. I don't do 1080p, but it is watchable. It's 60 FPS whenever possible, which is pretty much all the time now, unless the game itself does not run at 60. So I hope that I'll have a pretty good chance with PlayAsia. If you guys see a lot of new games on the channel, you will know because I'll be getting it from them. I don't know what their limit is. I assume that if I get accepted, that they will talk about that. But if I can get even one game a month, I think that would be pretty awesome for everybody, including myself, including you guys too. I also looked into GameWisp. but GameWisp is kind of dependent on how often you can stream, and I've had so much anxiety towards streaming that I don't think I can really do it right now. That would be a nice extra income stream too. I did get an extra Patreon backer from a friend off Twitter, so that's pretty cool. I had to use all that to pay off my PC repair bill this month. Unfortunately, I was not able to put it towards Basara, but that's important. They kind of did me a favor by letting me take it back early and letting me pay half. They did take like weeks to send me the invoice, but once they did, I fixed that in about a week and a half. So that's all done and over with now. I don't owe them anything for that. I should get my curse payment in a couple days, actually, on the 10th. So that's going to go towards Basara. I hope that I get the PlayAsia Partnership Program, but at the same time, I'm not holding my breath for it. So the revenue that I get from Curse, from you guys watching my videos, that's going to go towards Basara if need be. As far as I know, I might get a email from them on Monday saying that I'm accepted. And that will definitely be a life changer for me in terms of making this more sustainable. Be able to take more risks and stuff like that. But don't hold your breath. I'm trying not to hold my breath over this. I have had a lot of anxiety over, which is not good given my situation. But I hope that it will work out. I should be streaming AMTR at some point, maybe today. It depends on how I feel. I'll try to take my vitamin, take a walk, and maybe I'll rearrange my room or something like that, and maybe I'll be in a good enough position to do that. So lots of exciting things happening. I've got AM2R. I applied for the PlayAsia Partnership Program. I'll be looking into GameWisp when I can, when I'm streaming more often. I woke up this morning to 2 new Twitch followers, and I felt really bad because I haven't really streamed in weeks. I just get so much anxiety. Anxiety just makes you feel like things are worse than they actually are. And for me right now, it's giving me the chest pains and stuff like that. I get lightheaded when I get up sometimes. It's been hard. I really need to stop beating myself up emotionally. I think that's what's causing a lot of it. I hope that, I'm probably going to call that hotline later today after I have lunch and see if I can get some answers from them. I trust them more than the doctors at this point because I know that they have even taken some of the same pills that I have. I hope that they definitely give some peace of mind, if nothing else. I'll probably do that today. I'll grab some lunch, and then by that time, AM2R should be out. So at some point today, if I'm up for it, I'm not making any promises. I'll be streaming that. Otherwise, I'll upload some raw footage, maybe some boss battles or something. I've been playing a lot of God Eater away from the house and stuff like that. Hopefully, I can get some pretty good builds, and I can put out some guides. It's kind of is getting to the point where I do need to finish that game sooner than later because Basara is going to be out at the end of the month, and then God Eater 2 is going to be on the 30th. So I would like to finish God Eater Resurrection and at least get a better feel of the movesets for the weapons and stuff like that, because the weapons in God Eater Resurrection are the same ones that are in 2. It's just there's the blood art mechanic, which allows you to have more customization over the basic combos and stuff like that. So I want to get more familiarity with that. I'm probably not going to go too crazy on the end game unless I decide to not get God Eater 2. Right now, it's kind of dependent on if the PC port has 60 FPS, because if it does, then I will get it over there probably the first week of September. As far as I'm concerned, that's probably going to be the only project for September, aside from just doing random stuff on Yukimura Den, because I do need to go see my friends. I think getting out of this area and going to have some fun will definitely help. I also found that the meetups here that they're doing for the FGC, apparently they support Guilty Gear now, so either God Eater or Guilty Gear is going to be the project for next month, but I'm not going to be spending much more on the channel. Hopefully by then I will have an answer from PlayAsia and we'll be able to go from there. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. I apologize that I have not been streaming. I haven't been using the mic as much. My anxiety's been a roller coaster, and sometimes I feel like I can't convey myself properly without having a risk of an attack. But I hope that I'll feel better. I think things have been getting better. I haven't had the trembling attacks. I've been sleeping better and stuff like that. I think it's just going to be a matter of time. I'll just have to keep working at it. Anyway, catch you guys later.